Welcome back to Tech Stack for all you tech enthusiasts. In this video, we will discuss Angular signals, which were introduced in Angular 17. A signal is a reactive variable that automatically triggers change detection whenever its value changes, keeping the UI updated in real time. In Angular 21, applications are zoneless by default, meaning zone.js is no longer included. For context, zone.js is a library that traditionally handled change detection by detecting when variable values changed and updating the UI accordingly. First, open the Pages folder in the integrated terminal and create a new component named Signals. Next, let's add the Signals component to our routing configuration so we can navigate to it. Now, let's add a link for the Signals component in our navbar so users can navigate to it easily. Now, run the application using the ngserve command to see the Signals component in action. Next, open the Signals component and create a normal variable named department name in the TypeScript file. We have created a variable called department name and assigned it the value HR. Now, let's display the department name variable in the UI using interpolation. Now, we'll use a setTimeout function inside the constructor. This will help us demonstrate the difference between a normal variable and a signal variable in Angular, showing how each behaves when updated after some time. In the setTimeout, after 2 seconds, the value of department name will change to IT. Let's add console.log statements to see the value of department name before and after it changes. As you can see in the console, the variable value has changed. However, the UI does not update to reflect this change. This happens because no change detection occurred. Since our Angular 21 application is zoneless, without zone.js, normal variables can change their value, but the UI won't automatically reflect those changes. This is the main problem with using normal variables in a zoneless Angular app. Now, let's convert department name into a signal variable. Signals automatically trigger change detection whenever their value changes, so the UI will update in real time. we created a signal variable department name and initialized it with the value HR. Next, let's use console.log to check the value of the signal variable department name before and after updating it. This will help us see how signals automatically reflect changes. We can update the value of a signal variable using either the set or update method. To access the value of a signal variable, we call it as a method using parentheses. Oops, we forgot to save a TypeScript file. Make sure to save your changes before running the application, otherwise the updates won't take effect. As you can see, after 2 seconds, the value changes to IT. The normal variable does not update in the UI, but the signal variable automatically reflects the new value. This demonstrates how signals handle change detection in a zoneless Angular 21 application. Now, let's create a new signal variable called department ID and assign it the value 112. Next, let's display the department ID signal in the HTML using interpolation. Remember, since department ID is a signal, if we call it without parentheses, it will display the signal object itself along with its value instead of just the value. Now, let's create a signal object called EMP to store employee details. Signal objects allow us to manage multiple related values reactively and automatically trigger change detection when any property changes. Next, let's display both values of the EMP signal object in the UI using interpolation. Remember to call the signal as a method with parentheses to access its properties. Now, let's create a signal array called department list and initialize it with the values HR, IT. Next, let's display the department list signal array in the UI. Display the entire department list signal directly using interpolation. Remember to call it as a method with parentheses. Instead of directly assigning a value, you can also strongly type a signal variable. For example, we can create a signal variable duration of type signal string and initialize it with 1H. This ensures type safety while keeping it reactive. In the upcoming videos, we will cover more advanced concepts of Angular signals, including computed signals, linked signals, writable signals, and read-only signals. These features will help you manage state more efficiently and make your Angular 21 applications even more reactive. If you're passionate about learning new technologies, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tech Stack, and keep learning new skills. Thank you. And remember, consistency is the key to success.